solved. Have you gone through your statistics, like, at all?
I do try to look at them for um, particularly bad days. If I'm having a really bad day, I'll go and look at like the last couple weeks of data, uh, filtering for things like emotions or clear versus confused, conservative versus aggressive, and it kind of gives me a better idea of my progress as a trader rather than just what my P&L was that day. But
Yeah.
as far as like data crunching, no, I have not crunched the data.
Okay. Uh, so seeing how it's the end of the year, we're gonna do that. Um, I think the best thing to do is I'm gonna start a new tab myself. I want to clean some of this old shit out. But we don't need that. So I'm gonna have you sort of build it a specific way. Your shit,
Mhm.
and then we'll go from there. There's a bunch of shit I'm gonna probably get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of the ranges, most likely, because I
Yeah.
don't think I need to look at those anymore.
Yeah, do some like end of year cleanup.
And I'll show you what tags I think are good. What is all in here? Okay. CVs. these. There's a lot of like I experimentate in a lot of these little tabs. So this is me creating a bunch of fucking tabs to experiment in. So this numbers is we're gonna make oh, this is the one with all the fucking ranges and shit. Every combination. Let me see your can you screenshot or show me your tags or some shit?
Yeah. Just ignore the ones that I scribble out because those are for checklists.
Okay.
Posted a screenshot there.
So that you don't use those anymore?
The ones that are scribbled out, no, they were. I was experimenting with those for checklist, and I might still bring them back. That's why I haven't deleted them. But they're hidden on my actual checklist, so I don't actually see them. This is what my per trade checklist looks like.
Okay.
So when I'm tagging trades, these are the only ones that I see.
So the best thing to do is I'll show you how. So do your number widget for now until this is fixed. Make sure your series setting is unhidden. What will make this white? And then like go. So this you're gonna label this widget the technicals.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to sort of do the same thing, but with your psychology tags and management tags. So for right now, you're going to make a technical section.
Oh, I think I see what you're doing. I think you
It-
have done this before. I have a tab on my journal, but it needs to be
yeah,
updated. These are so old.
yeah, they're all right here for me at least.
Yeah, I sent another screenshot.
Look, management, psychological.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got that set up. I just need to update it. It's old.
So this is still good. I'm gonna use it to build on because building one of these kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at all of my tags. There was a bunch I got rid of that are kind of
Yeah, I gotta get rid of the ranges. Just 86 all these.
Have you ran through statistics on them or no?
Not in a while, no.
Okay.
That
Because
was just 6
before you get
months.
rid of them, you should look at them, you know?
Yeah. And I,
That's what
I
I'm about
do,
to do
and I have
before.
crunched them. Like you and me, I think we stopped using range tags for the most part, like 6 months ago.
No, I've
And
been using mine still.
okay, I did crunch the numbers on them, and my conclusion, and I hope you have the same conclusion, is that it's circumstantial. That I don't think there's one way or another to trade those
Yeah.
ranges. It's very circumstantial.
So I got rid of psych prices some time ago. I don't think those are good. Wave. So this is wave 30-second. Trying to catch the wave on a 30-second. Yeah. No, the OnlyFans is more than P&L.
Get the good shit on there.
So you kind of build this. Use your P&L filter to make a title, make it white, and make it $1 million.
Mm.
So you can see it says HTF means 00, and it allows me to break everything up. So basically you do the group name. And then just fill everything with your technicals over here. So you could see HTF, mean, medium, micro, and these are the titles, which are P&L filters at 1 million or whatever, and then I start to make it. Here I'm going to modify. So edit. That's not there anymore, so we'll put the wave favor in. See if this matters. Mid. And against.
You can't move these around after you've typed them, can you?
Clock now, which sucks. So if you're kind of, then this is where I kind of need to just like start over. I need to delete. Wave again. Oh, we already have that. So we'll do this. That's a lot of fucking trades. And then if you want to look at my screen real quick, so you go to do the title P&L, add filter minus or bigger than 1 million or whatever, some P&L you've not achieved.
Not yet.
Yeah. And then under the untitled, you can name it whatever. So since I'm doing technicals, now I'm going to do the window tags. And then it creates a title here. So open. Closed. Which I'm gonna, since the color's all fucked up, I'm gonna make it a little more like a dark purple. I still can't read it. It's a little better. Just keep adding a bunch of untitled stuff. We're gonna make it to where this can get moved, but it's like fixing everything else. Nobody's
Yeah.
complaining about this. It's other shit. So, and then I got the open close. So again, you're gonna make your technicals tag. Make this lighter gray. So I'm actually looking at all my tags on another window right now. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Trade intention is the conservative aggressive I'd put into management. That's just kind of a staple tag. You still have your conservative aggressive tags?
Yeah, those are probably one of my most important tags.
Obviously, clarity is going to be important.
Yeah.
That would be a staple tag. Are you getting upset that my managements are all over the fucking place? I have this weird management section, but date types, I'm gonna retire every one of these. So in order to retire a tag, you can do what you did, where you just hide them.
Yeah.
I don't like the method of retiring here, but I want to actually get rid of them, so I'm gonna just kind of stick them up here in the settings section. This allows me to retire them and have the group not present. I think I think the entire group needs to get retired, not just one fucking tag at a time like this. But there's data. Do not delete any fucking tags ever,
No.
dude.
No, I don't.
So this day type, I was trying to tag day types, but delete. So the group is gone. These tags here are all technicals. Retries or management fixated on an idea will probably be psychological. Some of my management tags can get retired, so I'm going to just drag the group here for now. Fixated on idea, I think, is a important tag to have. Retry 2, 3, infinity. That means 4, 5 retries. Giving up when I get in a trade and start to give up. Impulsive flip hit. Mistake. Didn't see a pattern. Not gathering information. Those are important. Distracted. Outlier. That's too big of a win or loss because that'll fuck your statistics up. This fractal tag, that's when I was seeing a pattern and a pattern. Not too concerned about that right now. This was 2 reclaims. I'm curious about that. That was a reclaim on a Delta and a reclaim on a Delta and the price action at the same time. And it does work. There's edge on that. I just haven't. Let's look at the date real quick. Yeah, October, August, and then I stopped using it. I'll keep that. Because some of these are like weird shit I don't use anymore. I don't remember what the fuck that was.
So I think if we're pointing out the biggest obvious flaws in our trading right now, mine has got to be aggressive trading, because I have a cumulative profit for conservative of $16,000, but I have a cumulative loss on aggressive of $18,000.
Let me send me a picture.
All right, sent it.
Are you done building everything?
I still need to update stuff. I'm right now I'm updating things.
All right.
A lot of it's old.
See that we got to figure out what the fuck though. That's not enough information. That's gonna have. We got to like dig on it a little
Yeah.
bit.
I can't just fix that. But it is an observation. Like if there's one thing in my trading I need to focus on, it's figuring out why I'm losing so much on aggressive trades.
Yeah, well, there might be another tag that complements it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Fix it. So these MFS, these tags are going to be technicals here. Move the management down. I'm kind of done in that section. So and then I think these are all of my technicals. Nope. I have these here as well. I'm trying to track what happens if a trade wins right away.
Mm-hmm.
Does that even make a difference? Now there are a few the reclaim assisted breakout Rabo.
Nice.
That's when you have range reclaim that assist like a model range.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That is a technical. The A pluses and shit are gonna be technicals as well, but I kind of just have it piled into the management feeling rushed exits entries. See, this is where we're gonna figure out all your hard work of all that tagging. Let's see, we got how many tags are here? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a second. I clicked on the wrong fucking widget filter. Two. So 1, 2. 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna do the 3-second convergence P&L filter. Which this is going to be interesting because I started introducing higher time frames. So I'm going to actually. So what I'm going to do to make this process a little easier is put the 3-second grouping all the way to the front. So that way when I just click on this and hit tag, it's kind of like right there. Makes the process a little bit easier. Zero, 1, 2, 3. I need 2. Put 2 in there. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. You see what I'm doing? Hey, so Chronic, when you're building these, you're probably almost done, but you can just drag the group on another window to the very front. So that way you don't have to search through this list and shit.
That helps.
So I just so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm gonna add another P&L filter. This one's gonna be MFS. This is, to me, is the most important thing. I feel like the higher time frame is gonna matter. So on this other window here, what I'm gonna do is drag this to the front. To the very top left. So that way when I come in here, there should be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. There's 11 of these fucking things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll click on it, go to tag, filter. And just like that, it's going to be easier to build this. Okay, we have all those. This list is getting mighty fat. And I believe that's all my technicals. So I'll pull this other tab back in. Boom, 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 boom. We got the waves, we got this, and now it's going to go into management. Or psychological we could do next. Split here. Hide series setting. Come on. I wonder how I did overall for the year real quick. Take a look. January 1st to now. Hopefully the commission bug has been fixed. Let me double check real quick. I don't know why it's not. Yes, it has been. So this is correct. What is today? So I've taken 1,488 trades this year.
Damn. Your tax accountant must love you.
Huh?
I said your tax accountant must love you.
Yeah, $427,717.44.
Is that a record year?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Fuck yeah, dude. Congrats. That's awesome.
This month has been particularly fucking flat. Let's look at this month. This is this month.
Yeah, it was a bit
This
of
is
a
when I took
struggle.
that $7,000 loss right off the rip.
Yeah, it's a tough month. I think not to diagnose your own trading, but I think a lot of that is you were doing so much experimentation in December that I think is going to
Yeah.
pay off tenfold. I think you were doing a lot of refining. You were refining this system that you're developing.
Well, I'm actually writing a blog on this, and the thing is, I think there's a problem with always changing shit.
Mm. Yeah.
You're attempting to curve fit. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this ain't working, and then you start fucking with it, and then you're trying to get it to work perfectly. Like, I need this to align to make this trading decision, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it just like leave it alone.
Yeah. Just eat the drawdown and it
Because
will.
dreams, like, you can trade anything, dude. I just don't know if these levels matter. I would say they do matter to an extent, but um, how are they reacting today? That's why the pulse check is important, so you
Yeah.
can make that adaptation. Do I fade it? Do I break it out? Is it going through a few ticks before it comes back in? Is it V flushing today? I think that's where the discretionary
Mm-hmm.
flair and finesse comes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and
I agree.
you leave the level alone, and you just kind of. What are you gonna say?
I do agree with him to a certain extent. I think if you gave those levels to any other trader, I don't think they'd be able to trade them like you do. But the thing is that those levels aren't giving you 100% edge, you know? They're giving you 15% edge, maybe 20% edge. Maybe on a certain day you can get up to like 50% edge, you know?
Yeah.
And it's up to you combining the rest of your knowledge, your trading experience and your knowledge to turn that into a good trade and a positive expected value. I don't think these levels are meant to be a sure thing. They just give you an
Yeah.
idea. You're like, price has
Yeah.
historically interacted with this price or this level of delta. And the average rotation happens after this many contracts unwind. You know, you're boosting your edge, your expected value by 1% at a time to make a good trading system. You know,
But
it's like
at the same time, sometimes you're trading a level and it doesn't even fucking exist.
yeah, it's not existent.
It doesn't even pivot or
Yeah,
nothing. It just goes. So I don't know. It's kind of like yes and no at the same time.
yeah. It's like what Lance Brightstein says. He says every single tick on every single asset on Earth has edge. It just depends on the trader.
Yeah.
You know, for all we know, these levels could be placebo. But guess who's up on the year? You know, guess who's making money from it? That's all that really matters.
That's where these multiple factors of support are kind of.
And that's something I want to talk to you about. Is I haven't been using that tag as long as you, I don't think. But as of right now, as of today, I have 89 trades tagged with multiple factors support.
Let me see.
Screenshot.
Actually, you know what you need to do here? Do this. Look at my screen.
Mhm.
So you're gonna make two equity curves. Do this one just like white, and then do this one and go to tag, add, filter. I don't know what kind of MFS is it. Just one tag?
So yeah, I have, if it's above 4 multiple factors of support, I tag it with multiple factors of support. If it's less than 2 factors of support, I
Okay.
tag it as no factors of support.
So do this, like this. You see?
Yeah.
And then tell me when you're done with that. Because on trade number, you're gonna go to date.
So let me watch. Okay. So you want date?
Yeah, so it should look something like this.
This is going to be multiple factors of support versus no factors of support. I've been using
Make
more
sure
and
you
more
have
of
your
the
raw. Well, you want your raw equity curve that doesn't have any.
Okay.
Well, let me actually see your screen.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Okay, you want my screen. There it is. Make this white.
So these are all you don't have a page filter or a global filter on?
No, these are all trades going back to November 2024.
What's that red line?
That's no factors of support. So I started using that tag way before I started using multiple factors of support. And this tag used to be called no edge, and no edge meant that I didn't have any technicals. I was just trading for the sake of
Okay.
trading.
So since you're on date, toggle your marker on, hit the marker box. Figure out when that green one started, exactly the first date.
September 15th, 25.
So you need to do widget filter. No, you don't have to do page. Just do widget filter on that one specific. So widget filter and then go to that start date till today.
September 15th to today. So you can see this is my raw P&L.
Yeah, so now we can see you're gonna take the date off though. Go back to number of trades. That allowed us to fucking make sure we anchor everything. Because if you got too much, like if you have too many of those red lines or your raw equity curve, you can't. You're not
Yeah.
able to. You need a date where all of those tags are starting. So
Active
if
at
you
the
look,
same time.
so screenshot that real quick and then stop streaming so I can pull mine up.
Okay.
Yeah, just screenshot that and throw it in. So if you look at my screen, same. Where the hell is it? See, it's not fair to compare multiple factors of support with this big ass equity curve
Yeah.
unless I start it from June 18th. because otherwise when we compare it, like if I toggle this off, it looks way, it's just not a good comparison.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with always changing tags and shit is like, well, you're gonna have to figure out where to anchor it.
Yeah.
Shit. So we know we're at June 18th today, and then when I do that, it aligns them from date. So I know they're aligned now. And then when we toggle off markers, we can see there is a difference here. And then I believe on yours as well. You can see, but the problem is how many factors of support. That's where it's
More
starting.
than 4 is what I aim for.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's an average, a historical average. Above 4 factors of support, I'm getting a really juicy trade.
I think your dates are a little fucked up though, because like your raw equity. Oh wait. Yeah. Your raw curve, I mean, you have just so many fucking trades. Are like most of those like your no factor and your multiple factor should equal the same number of trades combined as that raw equity curve, but it doesn't.
So I think there may have been a period over the last month where I took those tags out, or I wasn't tagging them consistently enough, which is not good. And
Go to date again.
Excuse my data.
Not trade number, but date.
Okay.
So click on that toggle. Let me see your screen.
Do that.
Yeah. Put toggle on your markers again. Yeah, there's multiple fucking days. You see those big flat areas and the green and the red?
Yeah.
There's a lot of days where you didn't use it.
Yeah, where I was not tagging these tags.
Well, it at least is pointing you in the direction of because I wholeheartedly believe multiple factors of support does make a difference. I think there is edge there, but the problem is how many, and that's why this is where I'm starting to figure out that number.
Because look at my cumulative too, like 3,400 with multiple factors, minus 6,000 with no factors. And 70% win rate too. Like that's a really good win rate.
And we want to see, and we're going to want to compare that to the psychology aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. On your management, make sure you put your rating in when you build the table. Here, you can stop that stream.
This is what mine is at currently.
Make sure you put the ratings in there in the management one. Your 1, 2, 3 stars.
Oh, this is the ratings. Okay, sure. Good call. Good call.
So you can see rating 3, 2, 1. Let's see. I got conservative, aggressive, perfect entry. So we got the entries, the exits. I got the raw P&L. I want to actually move that. I want to get rid of that. Conservative entry exit. Is there any other management tags I need to know about? Yeah, there is, but I think I'm forgetting something over here on the technicals. So we'll go. So this is the 0 MAE grouping. There are 4 tags in it. So how many 0 MAE trades and how many ticks could it have gone in my favor before it would have ultimately turned around and hit my entry? Now the thing is, this when we get to the 16 and up, those can continue on for longer. So why can I not stretch this? Have I tapped into all of the real estate here? I hope the fuck not. No. And then we're gonna have this P&L raw factor. The technical tag here. And we have, what else do I have that's technical? Impulsive flip hit, mistake, didn't see a pattern. The double RR, I kind of stopped using that. Actually, I'm gonna put these are individual tags, so we'll just do it like this. I have MFS. A plus isn't really reclaim assisted breakout. 3-minute play. I think that would be it. So getting performance issue here. Yeah, this is taking fucking forever to load. Well, this ain't good. The problem is when you're like banging between two windows, I know that like causes issues, so let's continue this. This should work, no problem. There we go. Tag, add the filter. I need double R. I think there's edge there. Reclaim assisted breakout, which is an A+ trade. And then 3-minute play. I'm wondering how is higher time frames affecting. So the next thing to do is like at the end of each one of these, Chronic, take a look at my screen real quick. Can you hear me? Check, check.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, my mic was muted.
Yeah, so if you're done with your psychology or one of those tables,
Yeah.
put in 3 untitles.
Okay.
This one you're not going to just put raw P&L.
Mm.
White. Then this one you're gonna make green. You're gonna put win. Because we want to just see the raw win and loss. Loss. Red. And so on the raw P&L, you don't need to do anything. No filters, nothing. It just says no filters.
Mhm.
On the win, go to P&L, add filter just bigger than $1. Loss. P&L, add smaller than $1. And then that should. So let's make sure the math is right. Because this is going to be the best way to filter shit. It's not like looking at the equity curves and all that shit. So 1,132 plus 609 is 1,741, so that's correct. So I've had a total of 1,000 wins, 609 losses. Let's see here. Let me make sure all my managements are good. Conservative, aggressive entry. Let's see, this might be a better way to do it. Hide that. Hide that. Technical. 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 Management. 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 And the rating. It's going to be random. Why the fuck is that? Why can't I select that? Oh, that's fucking strange. Fuck. I don't know why I can't select that. Can't do it here as well. That's strange. There it is. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Okay, so fixated on an idea. Let's add the let's actually reorganize this shit. Because these are a bit of a mess. So fixated on an idea, retry 2, 3, and flip hit, I would all say are roughly in the same deal. Giving up, impulsive, didn't see a pattern. Distracted, outlier. Lost data, mistake, revenge trade. Outlier. Retry 2. I think I have performance on those. Retry 3. You finished it?
Just finished it, so I've got all of them up there.
Let me flip hit. Fixated on an idea, that's getting married to a trade. Giving up. Impulsive. Didn't see a pattern. Not gathering information. And a revenge trade. And then I'll do the 3 like you did. Raw. P&L. I think my psychologies are built out already, so
Yeah, those haven't changed much. I added heart rate to mine.
copy that. Paste it over here. All right, let's see. Oh, this in-betweener needs to get moved the fuck over there, but oh wait, it is over there. I should never deleted this. Okay, let me just Clear in between confused, calm, content, patience. This does not need to be there. What else do I have? I have some daily tags. This is correct. Good. Hide the series setting. So the next thing you want to do is I'm gonna start going through these like one at a fucking time. Give me just a moment though before we do it.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So now we're going to start running filters. Page filters is where you're going to be working out of.
Mhm.
And I want you to run through all your technical tags one at a time. So for example, the first thing I'm going to look at is higher time frame, mean favor. So I'll go to tag and I want to find it. But what I'm going to do before I do that is I'm going to order. I fucked the order up in here, so I'm going to reorder these so I can find it faster, or at least bring this to the front. But for some reason, when I mess with this, there it is. So a higher time frame, mean favor, I want to filter that. For some reason, when I have this open in two damn browsers, it fucks everything up. Now you can see the high time frame mean mid is 0, against is 0, and this is 0. It's an exclusive tag, so that means I can only select it once. If I were to see the mean mid have a number on it, then that means I selected both of those tags on a trade.
Yeah.
So we have 244 of these trades. It's made money overall. When you look at your win-loss across the board, it'll look the same here, like 244, 244. I don't think I have this set correctly, actually. Yeah, I didn't. Bigger than $1. Wait, is this? Yeah. Smaller than $1. Any like incline, like any like little, like, is it winning? Is it a draw? Is it, what is it? So I know there's 244 of these trades. You can see 244, 244. 87 of them lost. So I can go through the technicals here. So let's go into the multiple, like, is there anything complementing it? Well, medium range has complemented it, but it's actually lost 10 grand. I think what I also want to do is just remove any outliers. So if you do have outliers, I would just permanently remove those. I don't know if you've used that tag or not.
No, I haven't really had to yet.
Yeah, see, this goes from minus 10 grand to plus 109. So I want to look at the mediums. Is anything standing out to me that's complementing it? Well, it seems like if I'm taking a higher time frame range favor, the medium can be all over the place. It doesn't matter. The micro against seems to kill me at a 13 sample size, which is kind of low, but I'm curious if that's all psychological. So what I would do, just if I'm curious about something like that, is I would find the micro against and put that filter on too.
You know what the problem was that we were looking at earlier? With the multiple factor support, I didn't filter out sim trades. I auto import sim trades, and I didn't filter those out. That's why it looks like I didn't tag it for 3 months, because I was trading sim for 3 months.
So on this mid, it's costed me money. Why? 6 of them are green stars. 5 yellow, 3 red. What is going on the yellow stars? Obviously red is bad. I don't think it's enough of a sample size. I mean, if it's a red star, it's a red star. I took a trade I shouldn't have, which costs a lot. So I'm going to further refine it by going to rating, add filter. And I want to just see the red stars. Retry 2, a flip hit. So I mean, this has cost me like $3,000 or some shit, which is a big fucking. I want to actually find this trade. I want to figure out where the hell this is. March or some shit. Yeah, 3,400 is a little too big of a trade that it's going to go into the outlier category. So now it's been tagged, so I can remove that. And then there's another trade that lost 1,800. I wouldn't consider an outlier. So we'll remove this. We'll remove the ratings. And I'm looking for anything that's clearly winning. Like, is there some combination that clearly has edge? And then is there another combination that is definitely hurting me? So I figured out how I was being hurt on this. Just a big fucking loss. And they were red star trades. So that means I was just taking shit I shouldn't have. I'm sure if I remove the red star. This might be making P&L. Yeah, 424 on 11 trades. So a red star is a red star. It's just like you shouldn't have taken that trade. That's my criteria. Now, is the shimmies helping at all? Mid shimmy makes P&L, so does favor shimmy. Oddly enough, against is killing me, which I think those are my most. I'm curious why. This is. So let's take a look. So I put the against shimmy tag on just to isolate these two combos. Well, 18 of them are red stars that cost 24 grand. Well, what the fuck? So I'm going to put the rating filter back on. Isolate the red star. Fewer retries, fixated on an idea, impulsive. Didn't see a pattern, not gathering information. We can see that confused 9 of them. That cost 12 grand. So half of this problem was being confused. Another half was being in between confused and clear. So kind of just like isolating shit down to, well, why is that not, why was that negative? Was it psychological or was it a management mistake?
Mm.
So we don't need to see this anymore. These two perform almost identical. What about time of day? Does that matter? Does because open window is first and last 10 minutes of the day, or hour, I should say. 9:50 to 10:10, something like that. Close window is outside of that. Open, close, open is when I go through a transitional. It's positive across the board. I don't think time of fucking day matters.
Yeah.
Naturally, there's going to be more P&L. Wait a second. It's not that much of a difference, but on the close window, there's a higher sample size, less P&L. So 139 at 17 grand, where this is only 86 at 23. Why? Well, there's probably more psychological issues going on. So what I would do in this case, I'd copy the management, paste it here and here, and then go to widget filter, and then go to tag add filter, and then I'm going to put the open and closed open on one side because I want to do comparison, closed on the other. So 44, 23 we're rating ones. 44 we're rating two. Far more conservative trades. Interesting. 28 grand. Why the fuck is that 139? That could be the case. So I took a lot more conservative trades, 87 versus 51. So way more scalps basically, but there's also a fuckload of aggressive trades, and those were losing. It looks like it might be a management issue. So I'm curious about these aggressive trades. Why are those aggressive trades losing? So I'm gonna put another filter here. Aggressive here. $21. Oh man, 21. 21,000 red star. 16 fucking trades. Aggressive. But were they big losses though? That's what I want to know. So closed and aggressive is what I want to look at right here. So I'm gonna on the equity curve. The page filter is already there, so aggressive, close window, what? Oh, and those are rating ones too. I need to look at rating one. Nah, they were just, there's no oversized loss that I can see. That one's pretty big. What was that? Well, that's 5,500 bucks. Well, $5,500 is a big motherfucking loss. That is an outlier. I don't typically lose 5,500 in one go, so that explains what happened there. I'm gonna copy this filter. I want to go to trades table. This one, and then under undo hide series setting, and then I want to, where the fuck is it? Actually, no, this isn't going to be a series setting deal. Rehide. Want the same widget filter, so tag, add filter. Closed, aggressive. Rating 1. I want to look at all the trades, see if there's any weirdly large losses. No more. Okay. So this gone down to 25. I think this fixes some of that problem. I mean, that's just holding a fucking loser. That's a problem. So I'm still losing 16 grand in that section. But it's all like minus 1,500, 900. This is 31. Holy shit. Okay, well, we lost 11,000. No, wait, that's minus 900. What the fuck? Why does it say 11 grand? Or am I fucking tripping? $3,700's a bit of a big ass loss too. It's kind of like on that. It's abnormally large of a loss. That is an outlier. Impulsive, confused. So there are tags in there. Still minus 1200. Which makes sense because all of. See what the fuck? Oh, that's MAE. Oh, Jesus Christ. I had that position open forever.
Ooh. Yeah, that's crazy.
But I'm sure if you total all these losses here, makes sense. 12. Okay. I mean, a rating 1 is a rating 1. So we can see that open close window. Since I kind of filtered a little bit, now I'm making more money here. Because I had the $5,000 and a $3,700 loss or whatever. So I don't think it makes too much of a difference. What about convergences? More so multiple factors of support. 6 is what made money. 4 and 3 didn't make money, but it's very rare that I'm going to have a higher time frame trade, a higher time frame range. I just don't see them as much like clean ones. I think good clean ranges almost are rare now.
Yeah.
$18 multiple factors of support. Clear on 172 of them, which made money, makes sense. This is not this year, though. This is like everything. Some of last year, too. Calm. Content. Now I want to see like what about the outliers? What if I flip this? Minus 2,300, some big losses, and then there was an $8,000 win. So to me, I don't really see any like. There's nothing really sticking out. Same with, let's look at the mids. $26,000. Have enough factors of support sample size for this. 30 were 3-star, 216. Rating 1, 2-star, conservative, aggressive, or mixed. Both are making money. It doesn't seem to matter. Perfect entry, 27,000. Or 27, I'm sorry. See, what I'm looking for is is there any weird combinations that just absolutely overperform? Like when I filter this mid, is there anything here that like the problem is they're all positive? Like if favor shimmy was like heavily skewed, shimmy against is pretty high. That I'm taking a fucking breakout. What about the wave favor? Well, this is interesting. 12,000 right there. That's high. Let me go back to this real quick. 11, 9, 12. See, those are all similar. So this is when the 30-second chart is making waves. Uh, this is outperforming for some reason. So I just want to look at an equity curve to see if there's any weird. I don't know why it's. There it is. Is there like any weirdly large win or some shit? Yeah, $4,800. Too big. Just kind of like, why was that a big win? I do want to look at outlier trades at some point. I want to know, like, why am I winning a lot on certain trades or losing a lot? Like, what the fuck happened? So I'm going to go back into the trades table and remove all the filters so that way the page filter trickles down. P&L, is there anything abnormally large? The $3,000 is kind of, it's getting to an overly large outlier. So there was 2 outliers in there that were just like just larger fucking wins. I do want to study those. We're gonna want to look at like those $10,000, $15,000 wins, shit like that. Like why? I would do the same too. Is like another thing you can do is just filter your P&L and like what the fuck is causing the biggest wins. It might be. It probably is going to be scattered. We can see. So we were looking at wave favor that by filtering out those large trades, those 2 large wins, it really knocked it down to where it's only slightly better, but um, quite a few of them. Let's see. They're still, with such a low sample size, they still do really good. On a high time frame mean mid, that's kind of weird. Where the fuck is it? Why is it performing so well? There's no, it just wins. So I'm actually curious what the playbook on this looks like. Just screenshots will be fine. And then I'll do 1 column. This is using convergence levels. But I'm nailing wave favor on the 30-second. Defended 3 times. Trying top of range for target. Reclaim advantage. My entry. I'm noticing there is a reclaim advantage. What about this one? Yeah, reclaim advantage here as well. Reclaim advantage. I needed to hold more on this specific trade. I definitely sat through some bullshit there. A plus fractal scalp. The micro range and the medium range align. There's a good medium range here and then down here. Wave advantage. Oh. Seems like it's all tied to reclaiming for the most part. So that's interesting. What I want to do is I'm going to put this note. There's a notepad in here. Look and see if wave favor has reclaim advantage. So there might be some actual edge in there. Off of a mid range. So I'm just looking for something like that. Open window, close window. I don't really know if those are going to make too much of a difference. You got a higher sample rate here, makes higher P&L, makes sense. What about these convergences? Multiple, I mean, I just don't have a high enough sample rate. This type of trade, what's interesting is I've been using these multiple factors support tags for a while.
Mm.
And I only have 2 sample size. So that's just telling me high time frame ranges are not there.
Yeah. At least lately.
Against, so these are breakouts. $20,000. See this when I am going for a high time frame breakout that is complemented with a medium range, and I'm going into that medium range, 20,000 is huge compared. You got 61,000 here, but I just don't, that this condition is not present. So what does that matter as much as like this? When these three conditions are present, this one for some reason makes the most. Why though? We'll find out. So there might be some goofy fucking outlier of a trade. So I need to figure that out. We'll actually just filter like the, yeah. Seems to be one trade. $5,000. When was this done? January, a year ago almost. Okay. Well, this was before this tag combo existed. So $5,000 is a huge win. What about losses? There's a lot of like meaty ones where it's like $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. I'm curious about those. So we'll go in here and we'll P&L descending. Oof, I really sits through some shit here. Boom, boom. That was a very volatile session. This is when we were trading a lot of channels, I think. There's a range here. Flat top, higher time frame. Oh yeah, there's a bigger range. Interesting though, it has a huge reclaim assist. Slip area. $1,000 reclaim assist did. Slip range. Is that reclaim assisted too? Kind of. That's reclaim assisted. Do you have a reclaim assisted tag?
I have a reclaim tag under technicals. So what I do is I just combine that. If I'm taking a breakout and it has the reclaim tag, then that's a reclaim assisted breakout, in my opinion.
Yeah, that would be my shimmy slip tag, actually. Well, instead of fucking looking at it like this, I could go like this and shimmy. Yeah, that's where it's coming from. Right there. Okay. So if the 30-second, if I have wave favor on a 30-second, I don't know that the higher time frame really fucking matters. the higher time frame range. I don't want to dismiss it entirely, but if the 30-second chart, if I'm getting like you looking at the wave of the price action, if I'm getting into favor with shimmy, it seems to work. I do want to isolate those two. Look and see if favor has reclaim advantage on trades. Filter against. Filter against shimmy favor. So there's something here. Like just a shitload of sample size too. Oh, excuse me. But when I filter just without the wave favor, this goes down to 1700. Mid loses. Shimmy against is at 48,000 on double the sample size. Though, see, it's like, okay, well, breakouts. I'm curious about these two being filtered together. What about the time of the session? We'll go down here because I have the times. Open window has way more 3-star ratings. This is aggressive. We need to filter that off. There we go. There you go. Well, there's way more green stars by almost triple. So if I was to triple the P&L here, it would be 75. So almost the same. Um, 14 and 12, same sample size. I really don't think time of day matters. I'm losing a lot on these 30-second mids. Why? We go like this. 10 trades. What the fuck happened? Well, the trades table is going to be better to figure that out. Just like bigger losses, but not. Wait a second. This used to show your. Used to be able to hover over this and it would show the fucking tags. Did that get removed? Ah, there it is. You got to expand the window. Confused. Clear, clear. What did this trade just not work? That's a green star. It just didn't fucking work for me. What happened? Prior flat tops confirming down move. This is definitely an older fucking trade. Reclaim risk in a higher time frame slop slip range regime. I just kind of sat through a bunch of bullshit. Okay. Clear here. It's a long. And I just put a reclaim on my back end. Okay, well. Seems like the bigger wins are coming from reclaim advantage. And some of the bigger losses are having it on the back end. Open closed. So I'm not going to filter out really mean none because, oh, hold on. I need to keep this against on. We looked at the wave. Like, why was that losing 5 grand? It seems like reclaims are on the back end. Wave against 36 trades minus 1,300. I don't need to run through the nuns. That's just telling me that condition is not present, which is going to be most trades. If we unfilter it all, we can see that the highest sample size on any of the ranges are none. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any. There seems to be maybe something there with that higher time frame, but I have a feeling it might not have anything to do with the actual fucking range itself. Seems like it's coming from reclaiming. So next, I want to do the mediums. Give it a minute here. Actually, I don't want to fully filter it. We can see that. I'm just like taking way more breakout attempts. The win rate is slightly higher, but across the board, I'm 60s. See, this higher time frame mean mid is a 76 win rate. It might be edge there, but I need to figure that out. Higher time frame. I did look at it trade for trade, and I think it's just the reclaims. Like, I did look at those. I think higher time frame ranges create massive slip zones. I think higher time frame ranges are creating slip zones, which create bigger like reclaim advantage sort of trades. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm basically playing slip ranges, but it's just like it wins so well because it's like they're large.
Yeah.
Let's see if this can lead to the same conclusion. From a favor perspective, got a 75% win rate here at 14 grand, which is interesting. So doing a breakout while doing a medium range favor helps. Micro range favor also helps getting a range to align with a range. But you don't see that that often.
Please
Because
register
if we go to
now.
my multiple factors of support trades, there is, and I've been doing these for a while, that it just seems like this type of price action almost
Please
doesn't
register
fucking
now.
exist anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Please register now.
Let's look at the playbook on it. The price action just probably looks really different. I mean, look at it. It has like, it's just like this fat overlap. It's more stringy and spread out. So I could see those 5-point lines. And you have that really rangy, stacky effect there. I mean, look at this overlap. It looks like a range. So favor shimmy just makes tremendously more P&L. Which I think is just kind of like, hold on, let me move it over there. It just makes way more P&L. But I also do a lot of fucking breakouts too, so why is this making so much P&L? Well, the biggest loss is no more than 1900. There's just a lot of wins ranging from 4 ticks to 2900. I'm curious. Confused, but I made money. That's not good. And I was impatient. Clear. Why are those trades making? What are they? Hopefully I have like images of them, but I don't think I do. Other than like this one. Look at that, just fucking full on. It's hitting the goddamn reclaims, man. Okay, that's an older cumulative delta I was looking into. So almost this diverging. So some weird technicals that didn't seem to work, but as I go through this, a lot of these screenshots are changing. Reclaim. This is mid on the reclaim. There's a big ass slip range right there. That's what I'm thinking, man, is higher time frame ranges. I think the higher time frame ranges do matter because they're providing these slip opportunities, so you can kind of like narrow down how you need to be trading.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, right here it's slipping. Then you have that fractal shit. Even here it's slipping. Huh. So when we're looking at the spoof. Reclaim balance. And this is where I have reclaims on both ends. This one really went against me. Yeah, so slip ranging. Write that down. Medium ranges create tons slip ranges. It's that because I used to always tell you trade the reclaim on the delta with the fucking reclaim of the price action. That one seems to have edge, and I stopped tracking it. Okay. So with this favor shimmy, it just makes a lot here, and it kind of makes sense. Wave favor too. Look, the wave favor fucking 18 trades at $5,000. So when the 30-second chart has that wave favor, that's interesting as well. Well, this kind of makes sense. You got a medium range. If I'm hitting wave favor on a 30-second chart, that means I'm timing the edge of it. And then if I have a shimmy favor, that means there's a reclaim too. So just hitting. Seems like there's something here. Let's look at the wave favors, because I don't want to just dump these tags and not properly analyze the shit. So fractal range. So we have fractality going on. Pullback continuation, my entry. Ooh, I really hold that forever. Fractal slip range. Already looked at a lot of these. Model slip range. Model fractal compression. My entry. My exit. You have a reclaim here. It's actually a reclaim assisted range breakout, but a small one. My entry, my exit. 2 reclaims on the delta and up there. It's a very small trade. See, this is familiar price action. Which this is September, so this would make sense. Trading weird shit in some of this. But reclaim advantage. That was a loser. These are starting to go into the losers. Let's see if these losers are going against. Well, there's a bigger reclaim here. Volume is not there. B flush. But it is a reclaim and it's a slip zone. Compression breaking. That was a short against the reclaim. Long. I just overheld it. I just overheld that. Didn't fucking work. Okay. What about open close window? Is that making a difference? There is a big fucking difference. But that difference is just there's way more green stars. Double. At the top of the hour, there's a 24. I have management issues. So this could be holding too much or some shit. I don't think that makes too much of a difference. Now mids. Are you going through yours or?
Yeah, I'm trying to work on aggressive, combining it with different tags.
Are you finding anything?
One thing that I did find is that when I have aggressive and slip favor, which seems counterproductive, but by looking at the screenshots, what I've concluded is that when I'm aggressive with slip favor, I'm essentially catching a knife, and those trades do really well, surprisingly. When I'm aggressive slip against, when I'm taking breakouts, I'm getting murdered, and trying to figure out why I'm losing those breakouts is kind of a head scratcher for me. Like breakouts are.
You have a
just
catching a
horrible.
knife tag or no?
No, I don't.
I wonder how many of those don't work, you know? I wonder how many
Yeah.
times you
because that was a problem. That was a huge problem for me when we first started coaching together. Was I was catching a knife all the time.
Hmm.
And now it's much more rare. Like the sample size on aggressive slip favor is very small, but they work. And I'm trying to figure out why the opposite isn't true.
I wonder if I mean, some of those are probably old enough that the levels aren't there, some shit.
Yeah, that could be true.
Hmm. But you're doing well on reclaim advantage, sort of like V flushy sort of trades.
Yeah, big time. That is
Okay.
performing.
Wonder if the multiple factors of support will flesh that out.
Yeah. I mean, so far it has. My trading in the last couple weeks has been very smooth. Just focusing on multiple factors of support and being patient.
Yeah. See here, this has made mediums have made 21,100 trades. Favors made a little bit of the money. Most of it has been when there's been no micro range. And then these are breakout trades are making the most amount of money. The fuck? Here. Mids are making mid shimmy on a mid range is making good money on a low sample rate. And this might be hit or miss. Let's look at against. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Ah, there's a shitload of management issues. 6 of those rating ones killed me. That's the P&L curve. Uh, let's color it by rating. We can see that there is what is the management issues here? That's got to be an old fucking tag. Oh yeah, it is old as shit. It's from 2024. Um I don't even know if I have that many screenshots for this shit. Here's the against. Here's breakouts. I'll be right back. Fuck, this is like, did I not plot the entry and exit? That's like a wave favor though. Oh, I see, but there's these microwaves in it that are huge. And it did blow against me a little bit. That seemed like a period of high vol 409. We have pattern failure day except channels. My entry. Yeah, I'm going against a reclaim there, but it puts a lot of MAE on the back end. That's what I want to know. Let's take a look at that. Hmm. Actually, I think we could probably do this. Some of them have pretty gnarly MAE when I go against. So when I go against a shim, like when I go against a reclaim, if I go with a reclaim, my average MAE is way smaller. Actually, let's remove everything. Except for outliers. So favor shimmies, when we look at this, I think you have the same tag groups, right?
Yeah.
With the shimmy.
Slip favor, slip against.
Look at your average MAE and MFE. So right here. You can, and I screenshotted it. You can see the average MAE is the least on favor shimmy 333.
Wow.
Are you seeing that? And the
Yeah,
most
mine too.
MAE is when I'm going against the goddamn thing. Yours looks exactly the same. Can you screenshot
Exactly the
yours?
same, almost.
Let me see yours. Wait, is yours exactly like mine? Hold on.
It's pretty fucking close, dude.
Let me pull up a.
But your reward is bigger for MAE for against. Sorry. Your MFE is a lot bigger on breakouts than mine is. I can do it by ticks per contract.
That's ticks per contract.
Yeah.
Let me look at mine.
Yeah, so you just have a bigger MFE on breakouts than I do.
Let me screenshot yours real quick. So I got both of them in here. Just curious, like,
Make them both larger if you can.
yeah, let me not do it on this one. That's yours. It's mine. Let me do this. I'm curious. I don't really not too concerned about MFE or whatever the fuck. I want to know what are these things going against us, which, if I'm not mistaken, it's the second one here. Oops, that's not correct. Here. Let me actually just take a screenshot of this.
So yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, this is almost exact same fucking results. Like, it doesn't matter. Ticks against a side. Look. So which one's producing the less amount of ticks? Well, favor. You're at 395. I'm at 47. So favor has the least. What's the second amount? Mids. Not by much for you. Your
Yeah.
mids and against are pretty similar, and so is my mid and against.
Mm-hmm.
They're similar, but mid slip still performs second best for both of us. Which one's the worst? Against.
Against, yeah.
None. And even though I can win a lot of my I don't know, that's pretty telling, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's really coming down to, hey, you better have some form of, you better be with that reclaim.
Yeah.
Does the levels help though?
Like your trading has changed a lot over the last like 2 to 3 years, but one thing that has stayed the exact same is reclaims. That hasn't changed a fucking bit, you know. And I think that says a lot.
Look at the RR between the two. Wait, it's here. Hold on, I want to do some math. What would... How would we do it? I want to know the difference between the risks of the R between 4-1 and this 6-9. Like, I think the number is bigger. I'll just do it like this. I just want to know how, like, hold on. I'll just subtract it. So you have 5.5 minus 3.95. That's 155. So 155 here. Right here. So I want to know the difference.
That's the only one
Wait.
that's positive. For me, the only one that has positive risk reward is slip favor. The rest have negative.
So 3. Yeah. You have 395 minus. Can you pull up can you make an equity curve with all 4 of those?
Yeah.
395 minus 6. Yeah, you're minus 2.54, which is big. Yeah, when you go for breakouts, it's even worse. When there's nothing present, 2.22 minus. Did you think you sent it?
I'm making it now.
Let me look
Almost
at
done.
mine. Well, I mean, it would show your win rate, which is 63, so we can already see that. That math was a bit unnecessary. But I'm curious about risking ticks to... .19 minus.
So if I had a widget and I did
I'm just barely above right there. Holy shit. The breakouts actually. My fucking, even though I make money on the breakouts and it has a win rate of 64 or whatever,
mm,
because this is like how much is the trade going against me the moment I put it on, like unrealized
yeah.
profit and loss. You know what I'm saying? Ideally, I want the fucking trade to work right away. For the sake of the trade working right away, this is not it. This is actually negative for me.
Wow, slip against, hey?
Even though I make
Yeah.
money and do a lot of it, even if there's nothing present, am I hurting worse than you?
No, you're not hurting worse than me. Mine's almost 0.5. Or I'm losing twice as much as I'm making on breakouts, where you're almost break even.
No, when there's no slipping.
We're both losing money if there's no slip, but you're losing a lot less than I am.
When there's no slip, because this is you on the left. When there's no volatility, we're hurting
Yeah.
the worst. And then when we go for anything against, that hurts second.
Yeah. Yours is just much tighter than mine.
I think that's the fucking New Year's goal, I guess.
Yeah, that might be the
Look.
biggest, most obvious thing.
This is your equity curve with I mean I need to keep crawling through shit, but
Yeah, that's my slip.
you should filter out those with your psychological tags and see.
So like get rid of red stars.
What are you taking? Well, like impatience, contentment. I'm curious how, like, when you have a psychological breakdown, like
Mhm.
contentment or lack of patience, or you're tilted or something, whatever you're using for those tags, which one of those trades are you more likely to take?
Okay, so how would I do that? Let's go to
All you need to do is do a widget filter and just put one of those on at a time, one psychological tag at a time.
and then see which one has the biggest sample
Yeah,
size.
so look, on my I'll go page filter. Let's start with,
So right off the bat, the biggest sample size is slip none for tilted. If I'm on tilt, I'm taking a lot of slip none. And it's negative. It's very negative expectancy. So then,
here's what you could do. Copy your psychological tags, and then it depends how many, so I want to look at all the slips. So what I'll do is I'll paste, 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 and then each widget filter, tag, add filter, favor. I'm going to rank, favor mid against none. Because it is that exact order too of how best to worst almost. Clarity's lowest on favor shimmy, but it's not the lowest sample size. It's the third lowest sample size. What about calmness? I know. I'm gonna go straight to patience because I know that's where you can see the numbers go kind of up. When my patience wears thin, I'm going against most of the time, followed by an a none condition, and then here. So I could go like this. And then my patience from lowest to highest is like this. What about for the reds? Same. So I'm going for a lot more breakouts when I'm not patient on that slip, which I know I could already tell you was an issue.
Yeah, I've
What
got a
about-
big hit rate for that too.
Let me see your. Do you have your setup like this?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see a screenshot. Calm. It's interesting because you have a lot of tilts on the slip favor.
Well, my slip favor is also my largest sample size.
But then again your tilts go 10, 18, 31, which would be the order of how bad you perform, your calmness. 75, 80, 63. But it's almost like universal. Curious about your patience. Aside from your favor, 14, 23, 44. You do have a substantially higher sample size in that realm. You can see how badly, like they're all losing too. What about your heart rate? Does it go up?
Yeah, it looks like it does. Slip against has a very few amount of low heart rate. You kind of
Yeah,
have to
but the
look at
problem is your heart rate isn't attached to every one of those trades since that's a newer tag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can see what you're saying though.
yeah. The
You
ratio is a lot more stable with slip favor.
seems like most of your heart rate is in the 100.
Yeah, it usually is. My resting heart rate is usually around 90, but when I'm placing a trade, it's usually around 100. If I'm like tilt and I'm like really anxious, it's like 120, 130.
It's interesting when you're content. Look at your contents.
Mhm.
Mids have the most content against second most, and then the gray one is the least, which from left to right would be best to worst tags. So
Yeah.
when you're losing, when your contentment is going away, you start to take shittier. You
Yeah.
start to venture into the slip against and slip none.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
And what's interesting is Miller used to just trade exclusively slip favor.
Yeah. Also, look at confusion. I know we're focusing on psychology, but slip none confusion is actually more than like I have more confused slip none trades than I do clear slip none trades by a huge margin. And that's not the case for the other three. So if I don't have slip, I'm confused. Is what I'm taking away from that.
Oh, I wonder if we can do a ratio like because your fucking sample size is so high on slip favor.
Yeah.
So if we look at your slip favor, let's do just do the math. 473 minus 107. What's the difference? What is that, like 366 trades. That's the difference. Give me a minute here. So this is clear confusion. And I'll just go this way. 63 minus 59. Or minus 24. E3 minus 77. 75. Okay, look at this shit. This is the gap between clear, like your sample size, between clear and confused trades. You've taken, but on slip favors, your clarity is 366. That's the difference between how many confused trades and clear trades you have.
Yeah.
You just know what's up.
Yeah.
Mids are just 4, which I believe have lost you a substantial amount of P&L at $5,000, but not. What's interesting is like your ratio is almost 1-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious of like what the fuck is going on with your mids. Like it loses. I mean, it's still like about 1,000, 1,600, almost $2,000 less than the other one, right? About $1,000 less, a K less than the against raw P&L.
Yeah.
Minus 555. What is it? Almost a G less. And then that it starts flipping. You're way too confused when you're doing your breakouts. I wonder what mine's is. Let's see. See, I got this fucking middle fucking statistic, which I'll chalk it up as not being good. So I'll add the 45 with the 30.
Okay. I think that makes sense.
So that's 75. So I'm at 188 on the first. Then we have 41 plus 20 is 61. No, that ain't right. 199 minus 60. 138 on mids. Non shimmy is. Oof. I need to I need to order it just like yours. Wait, yeah, I had it. Then this one. 98 plus 64 is 162. $55 plus 86, 141. It's 203. Yeah, this is way different. Like, I have more clarity when there's no volatility. But that tag also performs like shit. Compared, at least the slip, it performs like, because mine is up here. None is minus 81 for me. Even though I have the most clarity between trade sample size and all that.
Mm.
Just a lack of volatility to trade sell and follow through, I think. Breakouts would be the second most or the third most clear trade. And in the mid, I'm the foggiest, but my mids still perform second best. Huh. What about your wins versus loss? Are you winning more?
On what?
Let's look at that. Your win versus loss rate. You can actually
Well, I can just throw on average win, average loss, can't I?
well, you can just look at the win rate. Mine's is 71% for P&L raw. 71, 63, 63.
My P&L raw is not good.
I have it here. 63, 32, 28, 12. You I mean, just look at the white number under P&L raw win percent because that includes every.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have zero fucking edge on the other ones.
No. Yeah, they're all negative. Very negative. Whereas slip favor is actually really fucking good.
63 is a great win rate.
Yeah, especially with a positive risk reward, like 72.4 on the wins and then 59.2 on the losses.
What's interesting is like and when we look at this statistic, well, here's the problem on some of those because this is the MAE MFE ratio. You just take the reason those have such shitty fucking loss rates is they just go against you a lot.
Yeah.
It's there's something going on. I have a feeling I don't know. There's something going on with the fucking management. That's your psychological. I want to pull up your management on those. So what you're gonna do is those trades are just going against you a fuckload compared to me. Like I'm cutting them off somehow. It's just like you're fucking not cutting those. You know what I mean? That's what I have a feeling is a problem here is you're just not cutting the fucking things. So what I would do is I'm gonna just make a new window. So go to your main number, take your management and copy it.
And paste them.
4 ways, and then just kind of
All right, and then
and to put it from best to worst. So again, mid second. Because I don't want to say like don't do that anymore, but
all right, I'm sending it now.
I have a lot of green ratings here on none. Where does it get worse at though?
It's still negative for every other column.
My red. Your most negative rating would be mid slit against. No, none. It's almost like you're universal here.
It looks like slip none 12 to 88 is a big difference.
I mean, if you just look at it though, like look at green stars to red stars. It's a higher green on the favors,
By
whereas
a
on
long shot, yeah.
your slip mids go 44, 43. It like goes from least to most. 26, 49, 84. Like
It's
the
like it
number
flips.
progressively goes up on your lower ratings.
Yeah, it flips. It goes from like it almost goes 100 invert, like 100, like 360
Mine's
degrees.
doesn't. Mine's goes the other way. Except for here. I'm getting a lot of management issues.
Yeah, yours is a lot more stable than mine. A
Mine's
lot
is
more
like
stable.
mine's for the most part is the other way around. So you're taking just shitty fucking trades, probably in part because it's like confusion.
Yeah.
Have you been grading your entries and exits and stuff?
Yeah, they're on there too.
I'm getting in way too early on the against at times.
Against, I'm usually late, which is a rare tag for me. I'm not very often late to a trade.
Wait, are my exit tags all fucked up? What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, fuck. This shouldn't be this. Mine is. I gotta fix something. Something's wrong. Perfect entry, entry early, entry late, entry should never happen. Perfect exit, entry early, L too long. This needs to get changed to one of these. Hold more. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I fucked up on. I'm getting in too early on a lot of these against. And if I'm getting in way too early, that's telling me it might be a favor shimmy. Let me look at the. Let's look at something here. So against entry earlies. See, I need to wait for there's a reclaim advantage here. Yeah, I'm going against a reclaim. This one doesn't have it. Well, these are all fucking management issues. I don't have ideal entry. Is this a long? I don't even have it fucking labeled, so I don't know. Yeah. Against the reclaim. Short. Reclaim. Short. My entry, ideal entry. Again, is that a short? Yep. Yeah, dude. Most of my fucking entry earlies seem like to short too. Yeah, dude. It seems like a lot of my againsts I'm going against, I'm too early on the trade. It's because I need a favor.
Yeah.
Ideal entry. It's really choppy. It's a short. Against a little bit. The market is so long. Yeah, I'm going long against the reclaim here. Short against the reclaim. This must be a bigger trade. Long, my entry against a fucking reclaim. Against a reclaim. My entry, what is that, a long? Against a fucking reclaim. A bigger reclaim. This must be a bigger hold. Against a reclaim long. If this is a long or short, it says it here, short. I guess I got in here against the reclaim, obviously. How many pages are here?
I'm just letting you know I do got to take off in about 15 minutes.
Yep. Yep.
I'm off tomorrow. Do you want to do more of this then?
Yeah, I need to, this is just such a big fucking deal.
Yeah, we're scratching the surface, it feels like.
Like we need to figure out, like this, if we just take the several days of doing this shit,
Yeah, we'll have it.
we're
all
gonna
fucking
know
figured out.
exactly what to fucking do. Because I don't want to be throwing away stuff and being like, I don't think so. I don't know about that. You know,
Yeah.
it needs to be dug into. There's a reason you spend all this hard work putting it in there. So you just need to take several days of just going through it.
Yeah.
And this can set the pace of the year.
Exactly.
Because
that's what I was thinking too, is that if we're doing all this now and we're getting in the rhythm of doing it, then, you know, once a month or even once a week, you know, come over to the stats page, crunch some fucking numbers, you know.
And the thing is, yeah, if we continue to do it monthly like we should, it won't be. It's not like as monumental of a task, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Because I need to figure. We got to get on the same page with our tags and shit, and because I need to be looking through all your journal too.
Mm-hmm.
I need to just have your statistics up. What it's kind of pointless for you to be doing this, and as a coach now, I'm like, what the fuck is this? What's going on here? I need to be familiar with what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Let me just finish this up real quick because I think my ideal entry, it's a little tight. That's a long. See, I'm happy I put the long short on the screenshot so I can see it.
Yeah.
But you can see it here too. It's just tougher to see. My exit. So it's a long. I got in here. I mean, that's a tough one. That doesn't seem. Here we go here. This one looks like it's long as well. I get in the fuck up there. This is along my entry. Ideal entry would have been way down there. Which it has that big fucking reclaim. Emmy. This is along as well. Again, off the reclaim. But this is me tagging this with, hey, you're too fucking early. And when I point out where I should have got in, it's all goddamn slip favor.
Mm.
But my question is, when is the conditions good to go against it? Is there anything? Is there a pattern there?
Yeah.
Short, my entry way down here, ideal on the backside of the reclaim. My entry short, right? Short, long. No, it's long. My entry against the reclaim. Long, my entry, ideal entry, my exit, reclaim. This is a short. The reclaim would have been tightened in there. My entry, ideal entry. What is this? A short, slight reclaim, low volatility. No ideal entry pictured, ideal not pictured. Some got notes telling me I'm not going to see it. Long, ideal entry, my entry against the reclaim. My entry, ideal entry. It's good to look at these images because I'm just slide showing how important this is. Short, because there's an S here. My entry, ideal entry. Even though it would have went against me more, I still want to be on that bullshit as much. What happened here? Long. Reclaim against. My entry, ideal exit. Short. Yeah, I can see how there's some bullshit against me. Channels aside and everything. This is exit. Oh, this was a double whammy. What is that? A short? Ideal entry would have been. That one's really chaotic.
Damn, dude. You ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia? You look like Charlie with the fucking string web up on the board.
What, all this shit?
Yeah. It's fun. I know what it means, but it's funny to look at it out of context.
That's a lot of channels, dude.
Pepe Sylvia.
Short too early against the motherfucker, dude. I knew this was a problem for me. I didn't realize how bad it was.
Yeah.
Is there another page of this shit? There sure fucking is. Short. Short. Trade would have not worked out, but long against the reclaim. Long. I don't know why that's a management issue. This one. Again, a slip range right there. Slip range. Wait, ideal entry would have been earlier, so not necessarily impulsive. Bit of a reclaim there. Short, my entry against, I can see it. My entry, ideal entry, short. Yep. My entry, ideal entry. Is that a short? Yeah, but there's a big reclaim there and it compresses in here. That ideal entry, it's interesting though, because it's like, I wonder if it's like working into some fucking levels or something. I mean, without a doubt, the levels seem like there's something there. My
Yeah.
entry, which is a whole nother can of worms I need to fucking open up. My entry, my exit. Wow, this trade I had a lot to say about. Because it was $5,800. That was a hold against the reclaim. This ideal entry would have been against the reclaim, but not this massive thin fucking thing. And that is it. So I mean, fucking hell.
Yeah, this is costing us, man.
So if we go in, I need to make a note.
I wonder my
Slip favor needs to be focused. Chronic.
wow. So breakout is a tag that I've only been using for maybe a month or two. And it sounds weird, it sounds counterproductive, but I have a slip favor breakout. If I have slip favor into a breakout, it's got a 77.7% win rate, which is by far the highest of
Let
any
me
other tag
see.
combination. So go to the management one that I just sent. And on the left column, slip favor, near the middle is a breakout tag. So slip favor breakout, 77% win rate. Slip against breakout, 28% win rate.
What are you breaking? Ranges, or you don't know really?
They're usually ranges, but lately there've also been the convergence levels. If I'm breaking out of a convergence level, I'll wait for the shimmy back first before I go long into the breakout or
Your
short
sample
breakout.
rate's way higher too, though.
Yeah, which is the caveat.
Can you get? I'm curious what your MAE MFE is on that. You might have to make those columns wider or some shit.
So let me see if I can. So for mean favor breakout, let me put it to
Hold on,
ticks.
real quick. Slip against.
Wow. The sample size is low, but that's a big fucking difference.
What do you have?
So for slip favor breakout, I have a MAE of 3 ticks per
Can
contract.
you screenshot it?
Yeah.
Or actually, let me just see the footage.
So right here, slip favor breakout, 3 ticks MAE, 7.7 ticks MFE. Slip against breakout, 6 ticks MAE, 3.2 MFE.
Let me do some math real quick.
So this is a 2-to-1 risk reward at 77% win rate, which is insane. Granted, it's a low win rate or sample size. Sorry.
So sorry, hold on. So you got 7.71 minus 307. So that puts you at 4.46. The other one is 583.
3.29.
Good God. No. Look at your slip mid.
Oh, slip mid. I haven't put that.
Why
on.
the fuck is that at 33? Oh,
There you go. Still
okay.
33% win rate. You're
Hold on. 293. But there's something about it. It's like where you're letting it just go way too far against.
Yeah. Especially against.
It seems like you're holding on to these fucking trades. I understand that. That's the fucking thing. It's like, okay, well, the slip favor is working. We should just do that. But it seems like you're holding these too long.
Yeah. I would if I had to choose between doing more slip favor or improving my slip against, I would rather improve slip against and find
I wonder if
good
there's a
ground.
statistic on average time, and I don't think there is.
At least not in the columns. I would have to look at per trade.
Let me look at your breakouts real quick. Hold on, don't move. You're at a
hold on. Sorry, I haven't done this one yet. There you go.
You did the slip against, right? Yeah. Already?
Slip against right here.
And then the last one, breakout.
This one's got the smallest sample size. It's only got 4.
Pull up your 0.75. Oh, yeah, that is the worst one.
You want to see hold time?
Yeah.
All right.
So go to trade windows. I'll tell you how to do it.
I've got one right here.
Minus 6.25. So do your tag slip favor breakout combo. Unless it's already on the page. No, it won't be. There is entry. Where is it? See your duration. Filter your duration on the right.
What do you mean filter it?
Click on it. Just click up there.
So, oldest to newest or highest to lowest?
Yeah, highest to lowest. Make a 4 of these trade windows.
All right, let me copy. And then I'll just go here.
You should have split the one on the left. It would have been even.
Pocket doesn't like me.
No. Add one more. Just add one more real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit the paste button,
add a 5th one. Add a 5th split. And then delete. Just delete it. Delete it.
Thank you. All right.
Now
so
you got to put the mid against on each one of those. You're gonna have that one is gonna be against.
Fuck off. All right.
Now scroll all of them the durations. they're not even that high.
No.
The one on the right is the worst ratio, and look how low.
Yeah, they just come back quick.
Click on expand that one. Like expand and just click on each one of these trades and take. I want to see the screenshots. You could probably actually just pull up the playbook, but here it is down here. Play it.
Instantly goes against me. Flaky, and then it goes in my favor. Fuck. That's
Let me
big.
see the next one. The next three.
Shit.
Yeah, just the video. I'm noticing there's a big reclaim on that. Yes, there's a fresher reclaim on this trade than the other
Yeah,
one, but
that's a big reclaim right there.
I wonder what the delta flips would be.
Yeah, I think this was before I had him on. So that's that one. Boom, just right against me.
Wait, rewind. Man, dude, that was definitely slip against. That's mislabeled. Wait, where's the entry at?
I don't
That
think
wasn't.
I think
Go
that's
left.
a resting order. I don't think that's an
Go
entry.
left on the arrow.
So I don't think that's an entry. I think that's a resting order. So yeah, I put a resting order right there. That's my problem. And then it comes down, fills me, and then just pukes.
Okay, go to the next one. That one's a little weird to unpack.
And then I take it off there.
All right, let's do one more thing. Go to the journal. To just take all the breakouts out on all of 4 of those. I just want to see if you do have a higher duration, because if you don't have a fucking higher duration, what I thought, then that's fucking shocking. There's something else going on. Scroll them all to the right so we can see the durations. You might have to build.
I don't know why it's doing that, but okay.
Okay. Just filter just click the duration tabs. Highest. Shit. Let me, yeah.
Fuck you.
We're gonna have to put in a duration, I think. As a statistic, like a general statistic, I want to know. My theory is somewhat like more losers are being held longer than the
This one.
31 minutes, 8 minutes. How many slip mids are over a minute? Let's figure that out real quick. So how many favors are over a minute? There's 20 per page unless he changed it. Okay, it's no longer 20 per page. Scroll up. Yeah, you're gonna have to count 1. Um,
I'm counting. $77. Oh, sorry, wait. 81. I do got to wrap it up here in a couple minutes.
all right, count the other ones.
$25 for mid. $27 for against. $20 for none.
What was the other one? 77 or something?
It was 81, 27, 25, 27. And then fuck how
Dude,
I'll type it.
I got it. It's not like, and those are all over a minute, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking crazy because you know what? It's it doesn't seem to be a hold time issue.
No, I don't. And if memory serves me well, I don't think it is either because when I'm slip against and I get in a trade, it usually goes against me fucking fast, instantly. And that's what makes me so anxious getting into them. Do you remember the other day we were trading together and I got into a slip against trade and my heart rate spiked to like 135?
Yeah.
Because I psychologically I know, okay, this trade could fuck me. This trade could just instant fuck me, you know. Whereas if I'm slip favor, like we can look at my heart rate. Where is it? It's up here. Slip favor heart rate is massively green compared to slip against heart rate. There's a huge difference there. Because psychologically, I know I've been fucked enough times. You know, getting fucked is the one way you learn what not to do, for better or
Yeah,
for
but
worse. And I'm
your
not saying
highest heart rate on slip favor is 74 on the 100 to 120.
on
To me,
slip
it
favor,
seems
yeah,
like,
because that's my
yeah, it's
median. That's my mid. Is like I'm usually in that range. But look at the ratio of green to reds. Like the ratio of
I
green to
think it's
reds
just
is
a
important.
factor of getting into. It just might be a. Well, I mean, we've established there was way more confusion across those.
Yeah. And confusion also gives me a higher heart rate.
Wondering if you're tagging confusion because of other factors or just for the sole factor that do you tag confusion because there's no slip favor, or do you tag confusion because of other things?
I usually
Like,
take confusion because not enough factors of support. I think if you overlapped my confused with my no factors of support, they would be roughly the same.
okay, I know you need to go. Just do a page filter real quick on factors of support.
So this is multiple factors of support, which is good, obviously.
We just need to look at raws. You're way higher there.
Yeah.
Let me just write this down real quick. So this is factors of support.
Yeah, multiple factors of support, which is more than
The
4.
problem is you haven't done that enough of that tag. Give me a second, real quick. So you're at 68. And then you can go 4, 10, and 7. Now put on the no. You're at 17, 14, 17, 30.
With slip none, because again, slip none and no factors of support, I think, overlap.
So here's the deal. It's not necessarily the slip that's the shimmy or the favor on the slip. That's not necessarily. Well, I think that helps universally
it
for
helps me
both of us.
finesse an entry.
You're just taking these. It's not the hold times.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to write that down or something, but it's not hold times. That's the problem. You're taking these fucking trades when you're confused and there's not enough factors of support. And since there's not enough factors of support, you're taking a trade which confuses you, because that's where I think it's not like those tags are necessarily bad, but I think they're overly horrible because of these underlying issues. I'd write that down because that seems to be the issue.
Yeah, it's not a cause, it's a symptom.
What's up, man? We've been just crunching numbers in our journal for all day almost.
Yeah, and we're probably going to do it again tomorrow.
So we've come to some interesting discoveries.
All right, man, I got to take off.
All right, see ya.
Yeah.